Genshin. Today I think we're meeting, what's his name, Neverlet to meet Furina. And that's all I know. All I got. Nothing much in the brain. But welcome to Loading Screen Simulator, where we just sit here for 8 hours looking at this loading screen. That's how long it's going to take for this suit to load. Yeah, it's talking about stuff and things that I don't give a fuck about, really. So yeah. Holy shit. That's a good way to start this. That was right in the mic too. Well, not exactly right in the mic, but you know what I mean. My fucking cat is just all over this goddamn mic because he likes hugging it. And like just pushing it around for her face because he hugs it. You know, like a normal animal thing to do, just hug a random item you see. Yes, of course. Yes. Long loading screens, the bane of existence. It's not really much to talk about, really. You know, air is still air, I guess, and life is still life, so a loading screen is the least of my problems. Oh god, here comes another yawn. Sorry about that. I'm already tired of this goddamn loading screen, I'll tell you that, right? Fucking free. Hang on, let's soak in that good healing juice. Yes. My Chun-Li isn't fully upgraded artifacts, right? No way up this load, fucking hell. Yeah. Could be better. To me, in fuck 6 of course is another loading screen. From one loading screen to another. That Melazine gonna go halt. Stop in the name of the law, criminal scum. Perfect. We have like modders now have good materials to put up Melazine in Skyrim and other games where you get caught by guards. One day this will load and I can talk to Neverland and reload the same fucking thing. Why do I still have this on? Let me unequip my shit I don't want on. Where is it? I don't want you. One, and let's change to pet. Cool. Why is there nothing in that door, huh? Didn't even realize there was a door there. Is that Furina's office?
You're here, finally.
Oh, well you sound worried.
Is something wrong?
Yes, I'm alive.
Monsieur Neverlet and Lady Furina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please go see for yourself.
Sure. I can't wait to see this. Get me the popcorn, Paimon. Oh, I'm just gonna phase through the door.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
Fight,
And
my
yet
money
the
in
problem
Neverlet.
has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is
My
not
money's still on
intention
him.
to offend you, but please tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not?
Are you not? Oh.
Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
Okay, see, he's listing off people. Oh, he's showing her the list.
You mean they're all...
Dead.
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster. and I will not have it happen again.
Neverlet is fucking serious. He's like, you better do your job, Fursalor. Yeah, don't be in silence.
I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
There was 4, but that one was
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, really?
But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
Yes.
That's correct.
Oh god.
Which is why I came to ask you some
fuck?
questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
Furina just have one in her office.
The prophecy?
Yes, the prophecy.
The second of these slates depicts the
That's when
previous
said we
Hydro Archon
fucking-
interior kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
The first one was we saved the fucking
I
day.
don't. I've never seen such slates.
Then let take you
I'll
there.
ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon?
He put on his dad voice. Holy shit. Hang on, let me move this closer. Never let have dad voice on. She's
My
fuck.
deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to or apologize for a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
So, spilled beans.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing?
Yes, Mrs. fucking Just Eyelashes.
I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
You seem like you have that much to tell everyone. Honestly.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly.
It's in the secret. We know. I sent a man to watch you.
This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries.
God, this is a court case. This is her personal court
You
case.
have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
Oh, he actually called her smart. He's probably the only one.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
Okay.
You...
He's
Well,
still
since you know
pissed.
about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it.
No, he does not.
There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead.
When your lead is not fucking good, I don't think he can. I wouldn't follow your lead.
Just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine.
The problem is, the Archon is you.
That's all. I have to
Mrs.
say.
fucking Secrets
We do
and
not discuss
Dumber.
this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
And she's gone. Just like that. Don't worry, I'll stop her. Sprinting off. Hello. Millicene, quick, grab her.
Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. Huh. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
Did you just say she was smiling? Where was that? Okay. Yeah.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Yes, we will.
Oh, you noticed. Seems Farina didn't even realize we were here.
Yeah, no, that would happen if you run in
She
a
was in a
pen.
great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue.
Take her to court.
Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
'Cause it's you. One's a dumbass, and one doesn't know anything about personality or people or emotions or feelings. Don't make me click twice, I want a drink.
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to.
Ah, that's why she ran in a panic, smiling.
We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh,
Oh? Like what?
death penalty.
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
Oh god, okay.
But
I see what you
Furina's
mean.
seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
It's fucking never let Paimon. She can't slip away
We
from
will
him.
need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can.
Yay! Trial!
If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass.
Yes. Yeah, you fucking...
This may be cruel to her,
punishment
but
too.
all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this.
Too late, go for it.
But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
Who are you talking about, Travs? Travis Scott Traveler? That's his name, probably. I only have a name for the male, and can't think of one for the female. A few days later, on a... I don't know, fucking... I can't be fucked reading, like, because I'm bad and slow at it, and it just takes forever. So does this, though. Because I think they, swapping my area and setting up the scene. So they just fucking smashing it in like an old Irish man with his fucking mashed potatoes. Oh, that's the top of my frames. Ah. It's been confusing me for the longest time. And like my glasses are slightly more down, so I'm like, why do I see like dark up the top of my vision? It's my glasses frames. They just make a dark blur. Jesus. The longest things are the loading screens and the after the R&R requests. Because, jeez. That was a long fucking question. Like, legit, the loading screens are the longest thing. Small bit of dialogue, loading. Small bit of dialogue, loading.
Well, that's everyone, huh?
Oh,
Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
yes. Yes, this
Poisson
was.
was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
Oh, are we in
And
Navi's
you are
place?
drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
Was given by Risley.
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
Thanks. You are like a younger sister to me, so I'm 500. I mentioned that?
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Where's your fucking...
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
friend? Siphon?
Me? No, I don't think I can.
Linny, you good at it.
How about you, good sir?
I fear
Oh.
that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Good to know. Why...
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
I'm surprised you're still happy to be here for at the moment, not grieving. Ah, it was a few days.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right.
We having a play.
To cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something.
Jesus, there's finally like a balance, you know. 3 males, 3 females, if you're not counting the Traveler and Paimon.
As for what that is, well,
They just got the
let's
right
start by
male
saying that we'll be
characters.
pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
We gonna fucking Looney Tunes Furkalore, I'm in.
Oh, how intriguing.
I agree, Mr. Cat, breed but not.
Well, it's
Half
just
cat,
an expression, really.
man.
One that I just learned from Chlorand and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail.
She's
Round of
learning.
applause, please.
Oh, you know, I wouldn't do that if you didn't say it. No.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
She started it off.
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
Her boss is Furkalore, I don't think she really cares.
I see.
So that's never.
And what does my boss say?
The boss is just a...
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
I guess, technically he is your boss. More than Furina. Jesus, that chess
In that
physics.
case,
Got chess and physics
do
up
any
the
of you have
wazoo.
experience hunting?
Yes.
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
The one day you went hunting.
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
How efficient of you, Mr. Dives. If you was a superhero, you'll just dive underwater.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters.
Shh, we hunting Furkalores.
Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but
But
rather
people.
various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus.
Oh, never mind. That's a new name.
Today,
Why is all the other
Fontaine's monster
fucking...
population has already thinned greatly.
It's always
so
a
the
king.
hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake.
Stab until it dies.
A trap comprises
Oh,
of
nice
the
web.
following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey.
We gonna corny bat Furina till she's docile?
So, if we were to build a trap
No,
together,
horny.
right now, what would you choose to build it with?
Remne's gonna pick the Urson.
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped.
Or something to a
Pigeons
woman.
and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare.
We're doing it for people.
Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our technique.
You sounded like you said daft hand, which is the opposite of good.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
You're bowling children? Oh yeah, because their parents are dead and they were
Yes,
injured.
and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
Good, you could really use some more intelligence. Use it for yourself.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach. That's the kind of method I would count on.
Are we kidnapping Furkalore? Yes, welcome to the Furkalore kidnapping session. It's now in court. It's now made legal. He's the
Except you're
judge.
the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
Like I said, he's efficient.
And I can be their assistant.
Of course.
With discretion, I'm sure.
Discretion.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind.
Yes, we'll lure Furina in with Clockwork Furina to watch her mate with herself. Because he's full of herself.
I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
Now we know how to trap her, Clockwork
I
Animal.
did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
Oh, good to know. This is very Bloodborne or like slash vampire type hunter hat. Oh, vampire hat. This is very much a vampire hunter hat.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
And then you get the rich bitch. And then him.
I fear I do not have any related experience.
I blow it up.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks.
How do you hunt Neuvillette? Well, I take the animal to court and bore them to death.
But
I
do
take them
have
to
one
the
more
death
question for
penalty.
you, Monsieur.
Oh, so itchy.
If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
Throw an egg at Furina and run.
Would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
We could drown her. What? Who said that?
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need.
He's thinking. Give him a second to cook.
If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Yeah, this is just hunting knowledge.
Wait, why is that?
Listen up.
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
You think she talks similar to her girlfriends about getting a boyfriend? You must subdue your prey. We're talking about guys, right? Yes, of course.
So, are we going hunting together?
Kind of.
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
Yeah, let's try it.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate.
Yes, this is. We're
But
going to
we shall
explain
require
this.
much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
That's right! Surprise, we end in Furina.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
Do you have other lines about things you do, like? Do you want a cookie? That sounds interesting. Just take the goddamn cookie. Fucking, that's what I feel like that would be. No wonder fucking the knave hates you. You don't know how to speech. She needs to take you back to primary school so you can learn how to speak. What is it for, like, Americans? Kinder? Daycare centers or whatever? Daycare would be the easiest. I don't know. That's not right. Here. Are we going to the, here? That was English, right? We going here, right? 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 Back to my favorite part of the game. A loading screen. We see it so often in this stream. It's a recurring character in this entire game. Look at it. It has so much detail and lore. Look at the fucking lore. Hey, we here. I'm like a boat, because if there's more dialogue about hunting, I'm about to drown myself. I'll be like that rich bloke sub, sinking in 2 pieces.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Yes, thank you for the seat. I will sit down.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh?
Paimon, I think you just learned what the word meeting means. Huh? You and your tiny fucking brain hole.
Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
Give me a second. Cool. Yeah, I didn't check if I had sound. I'm glad I do. Could you imagine 24 hours in, no sound?
It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great.
Paimon doesn't have any experience to begin with. What are we talking about? Sex? Life? Not being a weirdo?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you
Holy shit, that's a fancy ass cup.
I've never seen that cup before.
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Hello, ghost.
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
Don't mind the ghost, Paimon. Maybe. Oh wait, never mind.
Forgotten me already?
Wait, you are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
This God of Time.
The voice from the sky, I
No, this
fear
is-
that description is wrong. Though, not completely wrong.
Is it wrong or not, bitch? Make up your mind.
You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Your hobby's been extremely nice? Why? Get a real hobby. Punch someone.
Consider me a passerby, just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
Friend's disciple. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesized will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
Oh, good. The history of the future. Where have I heard that for? Oh yeah, the stone tablets.
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
Yeah, throw an egg at it. At the prophecy. Just the whole thing. When the waves start coming, throw eggs.
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
Witness a failed attempt with our own eyes. Nani? What the fuck? Speak English. English.
So you've caught on.
Why did she like out there?
Just as prophecies are
And-
usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
So,
Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
is anyone else confused? I'm a bit. A voice started speaking to me and be like, hey, law, why is my soda pad in my soda? I don't think that was meant to be. Paimon, help, I'm bleeding.
Talking about. It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but it also sounds kind of scary.
Paimon, you are as lost as I am. Don't fucking lie.
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change.
You're saying throw an egg at Furina, I think I get it.
Ultimately, fate
Egg the
shall
Archon.
serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future.
Got
All
it.
you need to do
Cryptic.
is to play your part.
Are we a doll in her theater?
This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
That kid is like, Daddy, that looks crazy. They're talking to a teacup.
It's gone.
Yes, Paimon, that's how people leave. Even voices can leave. Sure about the hiccup. Sure about fucking exploding from the depths.
I want to hear someone talking.
Paimon sounds like she just woke up. I was correct.
Alright, coming.
That's some good fucking voice acting.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I
Oh
see
God,
I hooked
it's
on some
legs.
lively banter.
Legs!
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected.
You need to tell us what you mean by interesting.
Not all
Guys.
Fontanians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Oh? Which one was
Did
this?
she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. You remember her, right? That daredevil journalist?
Daredevil, I'd say more by the books.
I'm in full support of her
Jesus.
view. Prophecies
You're
are very
such a
important,
daredevil.
but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
Oh, yeah, no, that's how everyone should see it. Why is there a fucking trash fire?
Here's something sensible for once.
I'm on nothing you know is sensible.
Ah, yes.
We'll drown you if you
About
keep
what we
lying.
had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
I'm getting them up, Mona. My hopes are fucking past the heavens.
Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
said
we
that
used to.
even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
No. Look at furina. She's a dumbass. And she's a god.
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost.
When the fuck did we even learn Mage N? Because that was she was called, like, Mage N for that whole time. And then, like, for like a bit of it, we learned that's Mage N. But that was in the Traveler's dialogue, not her, and Lessivax, and I skipped it.
But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
What do you mean she's a few hundred? Mona, I will shake you if you don't tell me what you mean.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Yes, Paimon, staying in shape what makes you live long. Not being lucky.
Their abilities alone
And
are pretty terrifying.
being healthy.
If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Yeah, we trying to get the Hydra Archon to chase a carrot into a cage.
Well, it's not like
Put
Paimon
some
could understand anything
candy in a
she said.
cage.
Yes,
Same.
she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so...
So we are fucked. Why does it keep zooming in? Caraman, back off! Oh, well, if you just kept zooming in if you stayed here and just go to her nose.
Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
Oh, good! Do this, but also don't fucking know about it. That sounds fine. I'm glad he agrees. Helpful. Yes.
Traveler, Paimon, are you two alright?
We are alive.
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
Well, for everyone besides us,
I
Free.
see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too.
Oh, good. With the Desperation Club. Fuck yeah.
I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed.
Oh. That makes me feel better, Mona.
But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful.
Speaking of beautiful, I'll be back. I have returned from whence I came from.
Perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart. And to
I'm gonna
believe
lose
that
heart
what
now
you were
because of
seeing
you.
playing out before you
It's
is
gone.
not yet set in stone.
Oh, good. Couldn't you just fucking say that, Myrna? We have to have a
Originally think of
translator.
steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
I agree. We all gonna die, but at least let's try.
Huh. You do have a point.
You do. You really don't, but you do.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
No, actually, it works in this time, so I will forgive you.
It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did.
You actually help, well, you're Australia, of course you do. You just don't get paid for it.
I suppose
Even
that
though
might
we
be
live
why
off the
we always
streets.
seem to meet by coincidence.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. But also kind of sad, too.
If the fucking Fatui house from, Sumeru is Hat Guy, would that make her Hat Girl?
Hey,
A
Traveler.
woman or some
Paimon
crap?
suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go.
Why, are you dragging me on one of your crazy
Let's
walks?
walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Gotta drown. This isn't the water. Ooh. Ah, yes. Loading screen, Sean. I missed you. It's been way too long without seeing a fucking loading screen. The funny thing is like, even outside of the story, 9% loading screens. Hello, Mademoiselle. Holy shit. It's fucking fancy NPC. I haven't seen that one there before. It's just caught me off guard. It's like this green Navia. Wait, that's just another woman in a dress.
Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper.
Maybe.
What's going on?
Maybe we famous.
Let Paimon see. The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy. But that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My
Okay.
recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that.
She's trying to still enter the fucking fortress.
Thus, did
Chuck her
an
in.
outlander friend become the focus of this report. A blonde adventurer with their white fairy, legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once visited the underwater fortress.
Paimon, you fucking make us stand out just by you being alive. There's other blonde travelers, but they don't have white fairies.
So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades.
Good. We famous now.
Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walker.
Oh, good. She's stalking us.
Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her.
Yeah, we didn't.
She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the
This is
fortress,
her right
so
now,
we're easier to find.
taking a
She's using
picture.
us as the subject matter instead?
Yeah, well, we did cost her a lot of money.
Ugh,
You did eat
seriously?
her wallet dry.
Fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
Yeah, and I still don't think she forgives you for eating her wallet down. We have to see nothing, actually. Nothing at all. Oh god, we brought Paimon to a restaurant. Run. Also, next stop is food.
We're here! Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something to eat?
So, since you brought me here, you can pay with your $0. No, wait, I forgot you have an allowance. I pay her. I pay Paimon Because I get paid for doing quests from fucking Catherine, technically. I say that, but he doesn't do those quests from Catherine. Like, because he's doing all these things for other people. Meaning, Traveler's saved up a lot of money from treasure or selling or some crap. He must have a side gig, because, like, adventurers normally go to Catherine, do some stuff there, and then move on, right? Not help every fucking one out. They better be paying us. I forgot there's just a main.
Quick! Look! That's the limited edition only 16 slices a day cake!
Really? Fucking no.
It was so delicious the last time we tried it. Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go. I'm sure it'll be great.
Paimon, that's a rich person cake.
1 slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Yeah, I recognize you.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Fuck's sakes, Paimon, you're well known for that.
Wait.
At least she's cute.
Something like that?
Yes, you ate Furina's entire cake.
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Good. Good, like anyone else. Are you like that other middle scene where you prefer cold water in it?
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Good, we're flirting with the Millicene. This is my type of game. Quick, get her deeds down.
Every day?
Yeah.
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
I shall. Not I will, I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone
More
told you one
official.
day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
So kill you if you could.
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Don't freak out the Millicene.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today.
This is a Millicene from my own heart.
No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
It's Millicene after my own heart. We both like cake and coffee. We both say some random shit and hope it sticks. We both have to talk to this thing.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go?
2 more.
These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Oh yeah, I forgot Millicines don't know human emotions. Can I hug you?
Oh, you know Sijuin?
All Millicines know each other. We connect by antennas.
She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans.
I wasn't expecting you to be like, humans. Wouldn't you know more since you live on the fucking surface? You live and work with humans.
She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here.
This is not wrong.
I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
I love this Millicene. She's paid for our food. Yep.
Alright, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this cake will be delicious.
So, we didn't pay for it, so it's better.
It's more delicious than last time, and the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow.
Let's have some of the slime for the Millicene skin, because they fucking are water-based creatures.
Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious.
They're like a slug-cute creature. Fucking, I hope we did good risen on that Millicene. I don't know how we float over Millazine. Paimon, how was my skills? Do you think we can get her number next time we talk to her, Paimon? You think she's into me? I'm trying to replace you with a girl I actually like. You can work for Neverlet. I'll just work for the Millazine now. If I do move to Fontaine, I'm marrying that Millazine. So you order that cake every day, the limited edition one. I can't talk. I do have the same breakfast every day and do normally order the same thing from restaurants when I do go there.
Oh, we're near the Steambird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
You just noticed? We've been near the Steambird office for a while. The fucking bookstore's near the office. Maybe book-wise, because there's like comic books. Speak of the devil, maybe in the comics, the Steambird is a lot further away.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Yes, yeah, we did that before we flew over Millazine.
Nerve! You just used us to make some quick mora!
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though.
No, we did not. I think the whole place was flooded.
It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
We in?
Really? Oh, you're the best!
Oh, so you planning to pay us? Fuck yeah.
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
She's not wrong, Paimon. Maybe you should learn to self-restraint. That was it. Learn self-restraint!
Everyone knows you're not like that.
Sure.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
We fucking befriended the three hours of this land. We easily befriend everyone. She could stab us in the back if she wanted to.
When Mona mentioned you, we thought of coming to see you at work.
Sorry about hitting my mic by mistake. Don't mind me, I'm abusing my equipment again.
I see. It seems you've already bumped into Mona here in Fontaine.
Yes, twice. We slammed heads.
Mention me? What did she say?
She said you was a piece of shit.
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Yeah, and I said you were by the book, you twat.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
How do we reject? No.
So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
She didn't have an exclusive.
Oh, of course
You know
it
about her and her
doesn't. Well,
exclusives.
it's more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
Live photography, is that what you call stalking these days?
Yeah.
Stalking and taking images?
Qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, good. Quick, run.
Oh. In that case, we'll just...
Run from the
cast you as a
puffball
trainer?
sleeves.
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and...
You are very easily to win over. You know, if I had ulterior motives, you would be fucked by now.
Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Why are your legs glowing? Why are your legs flush-banging me? You have two flush-bangs on her
Still got a
feet.
question for you.
And what's that?
Don't fall.
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would...
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it?
I skipped a few
I
bits.
mean,
Well,
I do
this was
hear
what
about
would
it
you do
often.
today?
I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow.
It's good. It's happening now. I'm
If
flooding
you're
it.
seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily.
These straps are distracting me, and I don't know why.
From what I've seen, most people don't know what they do should the worst
Just the
come
ones
to
on her
pass.
chest.
In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal.
So,
rather than
yes,
worry
I
over
am
such
staring
an
at her
end.
tits.
So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Even if you're bad at it.
Think about it. If this nation really were to be
She'll
suddenly
have to
destroyed
get good at
tomorrow,
it.
but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless.
Yes, and only Furina will be able to read it.
And then do
You
what
know
I'd
how
do?
Suk read.
Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible.
Oh. Oh, we have messenger pigeons in this world. It's fucked because we no longer have them thanks to us. Killing them for
I'm not a
fucking
dreamer,
our own
nor
thing.
am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind.
I'm not
I
a
guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist.
I'm not a workaholic, but if they require me to do a death march for my job, I will be in the door. I work a 73-hour shift. That is a thing, by the way. Apparently.
But anyway, that's my answer.
You get time off for sleep and
note,
food.
I'll get back to my preparations.
But you basically work 73 hours. From what I have heard.
So nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her.
You won't become a journalist? Your stories will be bad, don't try.
Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
At the sea? Cool, time to drown. Oh, did I say that out loud? I mean, yes, time to go swimming. Deep in the water, never come back. Because I'm part fish. Totally. For Paimon hated the water, why does he want to look at the sea? She can't swim. He won't be near it. And now she's like, let's look at the sea. Do that. She says that, but in the dive parts,
Seaweed and
there's...
scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh?
She's like under the water with the side quest with the Millizines. So you, me, huh?
Paimon's been thinking.
Oh god, that's dangerous for you. Please stop.
If it wasn't
You might
for
overload your brain.
but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do?
Why is she saying tomorrow? Was it confirmed tomorrow?
No.
I didn't
Paimon asked,
don't remember that
if
part.
you could choose, what would you like to do?
Well, I'd fight the fucking arson. That's what I'll do.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Traveler, I think, would actually rather be with his sibling than with when you picked, in a time of crisis, like a giant flood, I reckon.
You mean, still traveling? Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Fuck. Sorry. Yes, and then we talked a bit. So is the next day gonna flood? I think a Charlotte is nearby. Either that will mean Paimon took the sickest selfie. We took the raddest selfie in like a fucking the oldest camera which ever exists because it's from fucking Tevat, which is medieval, kind of. Home sweet home.
Grow mold if you stay here long enough.
When that voice actor does a real good job
But
at
it's
sounding
still
tired.
better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also shit.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, do you need something, person?
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervilat sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Fuck, sorry, what? Yeah?
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
Something about Phantom calling it a small-scale riot? What?
A riot?
Well,
right.
that said, I don't
Yes.
personally think it was that serious. Lady Furina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her.
Oh? Okay.
Loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis.
It's just a trap we planned. I mean, oh no.
Before she could respond, others started to join in.
Yeah. Yes, you haven't really done
The
much.
crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
Did you cry? Do you have pictures?
So
Did you catch in 4K?
starting to put the blame on Furina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
Yeah, well, it would happen if your god is the only hope you have, and she's just like, I'm gonna watch a theater play.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary.
Why?
But
I
when
don't.
people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
Good.
So
It
what
should
happened after
be
that?
over the
Is Furina
countries.
okay?
No, they killed her. We had a witch trial. She was burned on the stake. On the stake.
Seeing that
On
the
the stake.
situation was
On the
spiraling out of
stake.
control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry.
She ran and cried, didn't she?
The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Furina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
Oh, Farina's missing? Sucks to be her.
You mean she's still missing?
Do we have to hold up posters, be like, have you seen this Archon?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet.
Why do I feel like you're saying stuff without me having, like, the information as the player? Like, the character would know because he's been here long enough, but the player doesn't have it. Like, I'm guessing that's the police.
That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
She's a god with the power of a child.
Good. Monsieur Nervillette sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Look, then you can leave. I will
Don't
fight
worry,
Furina.
this is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
She ran away.
Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the palais now.
Have fun climbing those stairs. She needs to really get in the fucking elevator in here.
Well, sounds like we should hurry
Well,
up
they,
and
the
solve
people.
it.
Croissant.
We know Furina. She won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat.
Good. We know her quite well, apparently.
And as we
News to
all
me.
know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone.
She might.
When Nervillette was talking to
Have
her
you-
in
have
the
you seen
Palais
her?
Harmonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today.
Yes, it would be hard for anyone being accused about the public Paimon.
Paimon thinks
Fucking
Furina's
floating
probably
dumbass.
taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling.
Well, let go. Let go to Croissant.
Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up too. Cool, huh?
Where's the no option? It's a fuck. Okay.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come.
Yay, Croissant. Here we come. Can't wait till Natlin main capital is called Burger Kingdom. We'll name it after just other foods now. Croissant sounds like croissant. It's probably very racist me saying that, but like, my mind works off words which connect to that word or sound similar to that word. So croissant. That's That's just how my brain have to work. So, I might sound like an arsehole, but that's how I make connections. Oh, what are we doing about the co-op board now? Tell us about your knowledge loading screen info panel with 730. Huh? I remember the Coco Goat one. Why haven't I got that in a while, loading screen? It's probably only in Leeway. Now, I'm thinking about it. The land that I don't visit often. You guys suck! Oh, is it underground? I'm gonna presume... Is there even an underground area there? Now that I'm 300... still 100 feet away. There she is, right there, on all fours. Hang on. Let me put on my anti-furina shield. Frida, we found you! What are you doing here? Well, time to run away from the Hydro Furina. You know, we all have a Furina in our nation somewhere. You just have to hit them with a shovel. Or throw an egg at them. I thought this would be above, so I went to the above teleporter. Oh god, it's a man.
Looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already.
Yes,
Left here,
deserted.
devastation.
Not a single soul. Not
really
one.
Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
No one's here. No one at all. Oh, well, I'm here now. I don't choose where I fall, I just fall, and that's where I am in life. I sort of put two to two together. Ha! Arsehole incoming in 3, 2, 1. Hello, dickhead. Up. Dot.
That's Furina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Shh, we hunting Furinas.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless.
Yes, you are. I mean, oh,
What
so...
happened did happen after all. Everyone's dead.
Holy shit, you actually fucking crying.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
The only time I seen you have personality which wasn't cocky.
Give up, Furina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry.
Furina, don't kill yourself. Is that what that sounds like?
Other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over.
Furina!
Who's that?
Me.
Don't worry, Furina, it's just us.
It's just me.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land.
Do you have to mention I'm blonde?
I thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
See, this is why people don't like you.
Furina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
Sucker, you can't hide your stains.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it.
I'm gonna punch her. Simon, hold me back.
Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts.
You were probably asleep in the middle of it.
They even dare to tout their archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found.
Hey, Furina, do you know people tried killing the Raiden Shogun in Inazuma? They tried killing Archon. And she's much stronger than you. What hope do you have?
Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marish Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too.
Yep, still a dickhead.
Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there!
They found you.
Quick, after her!
I'll fucking defend you, I guess.
Furina, those people seem to be after you.
Yeah, she knows.
They are?
Oh, no, she did not.
Some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they?
No.
That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Yeah. You running off?
Furina just ran off!
Oh shit, Sherlock.
Quick, we have to catch up with her!
Good. This is a chase sequence. Better us than the mob chasing her. We can fend them off. Ah yes, 3 people chasing a god. Yep, they disappeared. What's this Scooby fucking do now?
This should be the place, right? Hey, Furina!
Uh,
There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
Oh good, Paimon strategy.
What is this place?
The fuck over here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Why do Paimon and I know the hiding spot? Like legit, why do... Oh, wait. I might know. It's just Neverlet in the room, just being like, I've been waiting for you, Furina. It's been some time. Me and this deep fur fucking Milzine, who said a blonde hair with a white fairy flirted with her today. About cake. Ah, yes. This is the darkness of my heart, Furina, this lone screen. Dark like my soul. Bound in dankness. And butter. I just don't know what the fuck to talk about. It's just... Lone screens are the hardest thing to think about. Oh, a trident. Let's stop the icon for I mean, what?
Paimon's exhausted.
You float? How? You make more sense. You don't work out.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me.
They did.
No,
No.
I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep, that's a good girl.
Yeah, so treat the icon like a dog. This is not good.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
It's the flood.
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
We are in Prosant.
It can't be. It's happening again.
Quick, hold down.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Neverlet's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
By the way, we still in Prosant.
They've
Already suffered? Yes.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years.
Okay.
I once had
How old
informants
are
all
you?
over to Vat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me.
They are all dead. I murdered them all. With that machete.
Too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing.
And that didn't
But
work.
all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time.
We all gonna die.
We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
Luckily, I'm here. I already made an enemy of the divine. Why is all the fat fucking struggling and failing? Until I come here and be like, oh, I'll fix it up.
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
Sounds like you're gonna kill yourself with the finally be free. Please don't give up. Be happy. I'll force you to
thought about
smile.
giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson.
Ah, yes. You can't lose Croissant.
Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart
Fate's
and
a
obeys
bitch.
no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives.
Ah, yes. Taste the salt in the air of her tears. She's finally being normal for once. Holy shit. It just took depressing, like, circumstance. Death and shit.
I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else.
Well, your fate is gonna be living alone, so I don't think you have a choice.
As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end.
God, you're gonna be a hype man until everyone drowns. Furina, the hype man.
Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
Furina, I'm gonna smash your head against one of these walls.
Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna fucking kill her. We're gonna have a new Archon. The prophecy won't come true. So I'm gonna drown Furina.
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
That doesn't mean shit, Furina. It's like cooking and then you're fucking cooking a meal by yourself. And then your sous chef comes in late and you're like, what the fuck were you doing? And he's like, fucking traffic. Doesn't mean shit. So fucking, why is it always doubles?
Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
Thanks, I know I'm an outsider. Stop pushing it in. Rubbing it in.
If Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
You could say that. How the fuck do you know that?
The case.
Like, you're the only one of the only people which know that. Those are apparently not to Nahita. Ah, yes. All is doomed. Speaking about stages. Surprise. Oh, wow, nice magic trick, Linny. The earthquake wasn't actually the earth shaking. This was us moving the box and hitting this fucking stump.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance.
Did everyone hear that?
Now, without further ado,
Hi,
we
Lynette.
may proceed
Spot
to
the one which
trial
stands out.
of our god.
Anyone else?
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes.
Oh god, I feel a yawn coming on.
Do
Quick,
not forget,
before.
however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
No, that doesn't make sense. Justice can be fucking broken and remade, Furina.
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
Furina, run.
You would draw your blade against a god?
Furina, no one gives a fuck. Talk to Raiden. Talk to about how many people she killed and fought. Yes, they would.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Oh god, she's acting tough. The small kitten of Furina is acting tough. There we go, she surrendered.
I can't believe it. She just surrendered.
Paimon, she can't fight, she's like a kitten. We throw eggs at. A kitten we throw eggs at.
Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Yes.
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Furina, what is the meaning?
Oh, this is going to get interesting. You got dust, motherfucker.
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Furina, you French. Your whole kind surrenders. Just live with it.
Looking for excuses again, huh?
Come on, Ferenci, you all surrender.
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary.
Her friend is coming out, so surrendered.
That I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes.
Finally!
You
God,
are not the
making
only
sense.
ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself.
That means nothing.
But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve.
Do we have eggs to throw at her? Come on, let me chuck an egg. Right here. The target.
The true meaning of justice. This time, I will protect you.
Sounds like a stalker there. I will protect you. No matter how many people need hurt.
Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes.
Can I still punch her in the court?
Mark my words.
Oh god, she's twirling.
This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine.
No, flip back this, like, fucking hurry up.
Hydro Archon, Focalor, will now begin.
No, Lit just flips over his wrist like he's looking at a watch, like, get the fuck on trial, bitch. It's just her hype man.
Oh, now we're making history.
I agree.
Why does it feel like Furina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes?
Yes. Yes,
Also,
it did.
even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
Paimon, it's Furina. I have no fucking idea.
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
Him.
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my accuser and fated opponent.
Oh god, there don't be fatal view of anything. Oh, finally, we're going to this side and not that side. Fuck yeah. Different, but not. He did it. He slammed the sneak.
Please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins.
Are you at your throne?
Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
Oh yeah.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula.
Oh
Since they're
good.
rather
We're gonna have this on 4K.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Fucking French yarn face getting fucking good shots, I bet ya.
Most of the people who participated
Got
in
her
the
name.
disturbance this morning were my subordinates.
Oh.
They changed into plain clothes and came to the opera house as regular audience members. waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you.
You know, I thought there would just actually be people who would yell at her for once.
People's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame.
Oh god, hang on.
Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you,
God,
when
I'm yawning
something like
so
that
much.
occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself.
God, we'd have no respect for the Hydra.
So,
God.
we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean the ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina?
She's starting to work it
And
out.
their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontanian history.
Of course, that all you cares about. It was magic. I'm Lenny. God damn it,
That's
Lenny.
right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epicles, the volume of
Getting
the box
fancy
was
fucking
increased
names.
by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Areneas. Its cargo, of course.
Isn't there like water between those two places? I might be wrong because I haven't gone into the new zones.
Was an Archon instead of a human.
Same
My
thing.
Thanks, Furina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
Furina just looks like she doesn't give a fuck.
You're welcome.
That's a good fucking way to put that. Be
Of
confused.
course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off.
So, two for toy and a robot. Yes, more and labor.
We had to select a location,
Todd and
construct
Jim.
a giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
Wolf for toy, they're like, why are we just grunts?
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
Yep.
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
That'd be nice. Go fuck yourself, Furina.
Then, I can guess Nervilette and Cloran's parts. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight.
No, Neverlet just sat on the chairs. He just wanted to fight you.
Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
You know, I do have to give her some credit. She is kind of smart.
Yes, that is correct.
Don't reward her with an answer.
Well,
There's a criminal.
Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
We did the exact same thing. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyone would.
Thank you.
As for you,
At least she's actually
traveler,
gifted in the
I
chest.
suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson.
Yep.
You'd make sure that I didn't know
Oh, so to make sure you're in the box.
before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage.
Think of you guess wrong. Oh, god damn it. Stop giving me so multiple choices.
So, then I suppose I must have missed my final chance.
Oh no, not the dot dot dot. Not to zoom into her lips.
It matters not. What's done is done. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Can we just mark her for death already? Get this over with. Just sentenced to
Sir
the death
Prosecutor,
penalty.
please allow me to pass this along.
Oh good, evidence?
This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
Oh sweet, thanks Charlotte.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte!
Why are these just nudes of us?
Oh, left
For
behind
fuck, Charlotte.
isn't this the exclusive interview interview that she did with us before?
Uh,
She's already finished it, huh?
Yes, apparently.
Wait, then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine!
Holy shit. When did you... Why are people getting smarter?
So in other words, we can
Someone hit this creature.
mythology of evidence every time we want to use something from our journey as evidence for an argument.
Yep.
Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
Sure.
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right.
Oh, good. We can actually get a
You
refresher.
wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. I guess you could also see this as a happy coincidence.
God, we better than her. That's what she's saying.
This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the Oratrice. Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out.
How many fucking lines does fucking Charlotte have?
A Fatui Harbinger. She's an extraordinary person. Her instinct must mean something.
I wish this was just a Fatui Harvester. That would have been funny.
The fortress of Meripede was almost destroyed in a single day.
How the fuck do you know that?
I didn't witness that scene personally will always be a source of professional regret, I think.
Oh god, how much is there?
According to Monsieur Nervillette, both child
My
and
dream!
whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be honest, that still gives me shivers.
You know, knowing the devs, I'm surprised there's a headstone or a bus shop.
The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood
Burn
when
the witch.
something surreal happens to you.
Okay, now that that's over, now that we looked at that, which is definitely helpful,
The
100%.
prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, come on, Nervillette. There's no need to repeat all the unimportant legalese.
There is, it's a trial. Did they remove your throne
The
there?
prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this.
Being born.
Of course.
You're welcome.
It is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
No, because we are humans and you one god.
That's true. But my
Holy
charge
shit, you
here
have a
is
voice.
unrelated to your conduct as an Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Holy shit.
Wait, what was that? Lady Furina's a fraud?
He's getting straight to the point.
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
One fucking I fucking love the Fontaine people. They hear one thing, wrong or true, and they're like, it must be fact. Lady Furina's patting her chest.
Charge accepted.
Okay. Thank
Lady
you.
Furina, do you plead guilty to the charge?
Yep, definitely.
Lady Furina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty?
Because you're you.
There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Furina de Fontaine, a member of
Fontaine.
the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
But you still pat your chest.
Yeah. Even though Lady Furina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
This guy's like, yes, he doesn't pat her chest. He's correct.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's in my head.
Identity either. Sure, Lady Furina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make such a huge claim?
Have you met the woman?
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience
Ah,
have
yes,
known
the
me as
legs,
the Hydro
fucking-
Archon ever since they were born.
The leg stadium.
There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld?
Holy shit, we see both your eyelashes for once. That's never a
If you
thing.
wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the god of justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives. What do you say to that?
How about no?
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Furina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
I like this. It's a challenge.
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am?
Just gonna bring up the assassination. Why isn't the knave here?
And if I was
She would be loving this. She would have a tea there.
then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
I have lived for over 500 years too. Big whoop. Oh god. What about this?
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be used as compelling evidence to build our case.
Sure, Paimon, I'm just picking facts. I don't think the... Am I just going through harvesters? Fuck yeah.
First of all, you may be a member of another
And you
long-lived
chlorine would do.
race,
Yeah.
which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your life.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
Holy shit, I'm fucking tired of you already.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse.
Oh, means she might
But
be
in light of
good.
this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
Fuck yeah, he's on our side.
Too, huh, Neverlet?
So Furina.
Lady Furina is actually a human?
Finally, we're just getting everyone on the human boat.
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
Just look at the fucking eyes. Ah, suck it, God.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides,
Should we pull out the assassination
everyone knows
attempt?
that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as gods.
Oh great, prove it
For
then.
centuries, manifestations
Fucking
of my authority
prove
have
it. Bring out your
served the
fucking
nation of
chess
Fontaine.
piece or whatever the fuck is this.
One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the endemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
Yes, use people tears to fucking get power. Oh good. We have him, child. Don't think child is gonna work, so him. Is child just a fastball? Child is his. Never mind.
To reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest
No,
of
that
us
makes
when the
sense.
Oratrice
Holy
declared
shit, I'm
child to be
fucking
guilty
tired.
without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
So you being confused is difficult for us to comprehend? Yeah, I doubt that.
Lady Furina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order.
Fuck yeah.
While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial.
Suck it, defend that.
You will prove
Archon.
yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
Oh, so that's how we try and squeeze information.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
Furina, he's the court man.
That was
Of course
no
he would.
trick of rhetoric, Lady Furina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
Oh god, she's breaking under the pressure. Pressure of his 8-pack.
Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice.
Meaning you couldn't have built it.
Having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
God, cracking down, cracking a beer on her head at this point.
Now you're really losing me.
But we aren't losing the people.
It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day.
Maybe because it's not following their voice.
The Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created.
Still balanced.
You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
No, we can. We can at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses.
It's Furina, the bullshit artist. What do you
Won't be
expect?
able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
What about the fucking chess piece? He doesn't have one of them.
My power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
Throw it at Nervalet.
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
See?
You don't need to go that far.
Then sorry, pal.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Yeah, fucking dig into her. Use your tiny daggers.
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium!
Oh, indemnity in your face.
Derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium!
No, they use a chess piece, Furina. Don't lie to
I
me.
give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives!
Oh, fuck, my shoulder's just
Ever
itchy.
seen a more magnanimous god?
Yes, I have.
Isn't that a huge stretch?
See, even she's like, what the fuck?
No matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all
Who
their
the
power?
fuck are these
Could a
shoes?
god with no power even still be called a god?
Just recognize just some white shoes. Oh, good, we're winning.
It seems like nobody's buying Furina's excuse.
Yeah, she can't bullshit her way out of this.
Hey, come now, everyone! Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar!
You are. You always been. You always have been.
Furina you knew, right? The one that you loved!
That's a stretch.
Shouldn't you want to believe in me?
That's also a stretch.
Please? You've got to believe me!
Just want to throw an egg at her.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Yes.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Where's the real Archon, Furina? Where did you lock her up?
That's enough.
Wait, yes, the throne is there.
Tell me then.
Okay, what the fuck?
Not the real Hydro Archon, then who is?
Oh god, that's a good one.
You have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such. Then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Fuck, we saw Brock Kagami. She would have made a better, like, fake Hydro Archon.
She came up with
Oh, Mona.
argument.
Quick, grab Mona.
How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to give up.
Yeah, no, because she's done this before. Linny... Her, maybe?
That doesn't sound...
Fucking... You could at least say this doesn't hold water. What about this? This is new. This doesn't seem like this would work.
It's been established that all Fontanians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now
Primordial
to
sea.
eliminate all suspicions of you being the
Ooh.
latter.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Suck it, Navia. Get courted by Nervlet. Even though you're on our side, get fucking judged.
Sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn.
Until the next court case, Elise.
Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives.
Yeah, just chuck it on her.
Including those of some of my closest friends.
We want you to bathe in this.
So,
this is Navia's bathwater.
would you dare to touch some of this seawater?
Ooh, purple.
If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case.
True, because you're technically from the
If you don't
Celestia.
dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse.
Touch the water,
Oh, and I
Diesel.
must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve.
You don't know, I might.
I do hope
I
you'll
don't,
act
but I
quickly
might.
and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
Yes, Navia handed her bathwater, which she threw a bubble into, a bath bomb in. And everyone's like, ah, yes, it must be the Primo
If
Sea.
Lady Furina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontanian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
Who knows, man? Up, she's coming down. Drink the water. Put your face in it.
Lady Furina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Oh, good.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
I like this, like, well, he is doing his job, but that's basically guilt.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word.
Who legs are these?
It really does seem like she's quite terrified.
These are unique boots.
That could only mean...
Find me this person.
What's going on? Is she really planning to... that's not what we thought she would...
Good. Detail.
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Furina, you may...
Oh.
Hey!
She sounds scared. Is she missing a hand?
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here!
Notice me! Furina just yells out, notice me, senpai.
Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon! I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water!
You're just a weak Archon.
Was this not the most obvious thing in the world?
It's just a pathetic Archon.
Miss Siegewin? If you're present, Miss Siegewin, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Siegewin?
Oh, where the fuck? There she is.
It'll just
Furina, run.
seconds. Let me see.
Furina, run. The psychopath is here. But they let her out of the cage. We had her in prison for a reason.
That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewin.
She's dying.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Furina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that
That is
she
actually
was
them.
experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
It's just fucking grape juice. We're just like, ah, yes, it's definitely this.
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady Furina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
We brought the most psychopathic things. It's like seeing people in pain.
I didn't get dissolved! Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
You only put a hand in it.
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did
Oh, now
originally
she's just
prepare a
dead.
direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur.
Like you actually touching it.
I don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
You just have no hand and be bleeding out. Yeah.
Yeah, so out of regard for Furina's life, you secured a low concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness.
Don't we have like other Milizines which can literally do the same thing? The entire race do the same thing? Why did we bring the one which like watching humans in pain and suffering?
It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Furina could have...
I can't believe... You...
Yes. Us. Someone's freaking out. Why do we have an arsehole?
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened just now didn't prove a single thing.
Sucks to be you.
How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater?
Because the god isn't from Fontaine, they're from a Celestia. That's your proof, bitch.
Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
Because you're the bullshit artist, that's why. Furina the bullshit artist, not the Archon. It's just getting spicy. Get a cup so I can drink her tears.
I swear, I really am your Archon.
Even I look disappointed. Oh god. Big Daddy Nervalate is pissed. Or sleeping. Someone hit for a negative.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her now.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Furina to win.
Unless if she literally pulls out a Gnosis.
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end.
But most humans don't know what that is.
We will move on to the final judgment.
Oh good, the final judgment. You might want to take a seat for this.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. She's too stacked against her now.
Ah yes, what she hears. And how it affects her. Don't worry, we brought your throne. You can sit down on it if you need it. You're the only one here who had a seat. Oh.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Furina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Furina is...
As everyone just abandons her. Ah, that's a good way to see it. That was a nice view. I like that. That was artsy as fuck. We're not going to do the Mechalise Tannalise bagel making machine or whatever the fuck's
called. We shall now
called.
turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal to render the final verdict on the charges.
Fuck yeah! Go bagel machine! There we go. He's using a. He's gonna get a 3-star. He's doing the fucking Star Rail game. He put in 1 ticket. Here we go.
According
Who
to
did
the
you get?
judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Furina is...
He's oh, that's some good acting.
What's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
He can't be.
No, the Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Oh,
Isn't that
good.
correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus: the Hydro Archon, guilty, to be punished via the death sentence.
Get the guillotine. Roll it out.
The death sentence?
Yes, Greg, the death sentence.
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
Oh, not many people know about it. Oh my, lucky Furina. We got a 5-star in his pool.
The one and only time the death sentence
Never
has
let
been
go a
handed
rare
out.
5-star.
And it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice?
He did 90 court cases in a row.
Twist.
You finally got the death sentence.
Furina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to
Always
use
knew
the
I liked that
truth to show
Oratrice.
the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth. How did things escalate this quickly?
Cause he's guilty.
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, Is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yes, well, she lied to be the fucking Archon.
Even Fache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Indeed. Not only is Furina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Furina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place.
She just slumps down like a doll. This is Furina, my doll? She's a living human, maybe Archon? Well, human. She just sits there and cries now.
Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
Yes, what could it mean? You could be like, she stole the cookie. The Oratrice is like, death! Burn the witch!
Excuse me, if I may interrupt.
Oh, it's fanboy Fremine.
Is the trial still going?
No, it just ended.
Oh, you finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
They should dove this where instead of they call the knave father, I wanted that to be full serious, but it's just daddy. It's just, yes, I'll complete any mission daddy gives to me. Like, come on, man. Someone change me.
That the first prophecy slate?
Yes. She farts out the man, got it.
Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
How the fuck did he find it?
Everywhere, and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water.
Fremine, how much do you lift if you can grab a rock and swim the fuck up with it, huh?
But
how much do you
has
lift?
the trial already concluded? Then doesn't that mean I've come too late? Oh no. Father will be disappointed in me.
Oh, don't worry, we killing the Archon.
Thank you for your hard
Like, look at the size of it.
Please allow me to review the record left on the slate.
Oh, good. To my dearest Furina, the Archon.
Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates, and would like you to come here and confirm their contents.
Time to faceplant. Ah, transitioned.
So what do you see? What is it?
This looks like...
I believe I've now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Oh? Yes, he birthing a man.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Furina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon.
Thanks for keeping up, Paimon. I'm really appreciated you did.
So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kind of talking about?
Yes, the original.
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates.
Everyone is like, what the fuck are they talking about?
However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Oh?
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
Oh, good. Paimon's just gonna whisper in my ear. Let's go back into the puzzle. She ate me! I'm dead! Oh, okay. Oh, am I just in court with the stones now? Me versus the fucking slate.
The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans.
I knew it. We all Oceanids.
Does that mean that Fontanians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that.
Oh.
But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well.
Yes, maybe it could.
The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon
She even said it was Celestia.
Together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them.
Ugh. Turning creatures into other creatures is probably illegal in them.
Were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing?
Yes, Monpai.
The
Yeah.
third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people.
Story time with Paimon, apparently.
That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else?
What? Paimon, stop watching people drown.
The slate is the prophecy the Fontanians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on.
Yes, we remember
We
that.
didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
I have nothing to say. Really, I'm just running out of words. Oh, what the? Boy, it's the teacup. Okay, well, if I'm gonna put faces to, like, stones...
That doesn't sound cool.
I'm fucking brute forcing. Paimon, you made me brute force.
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontanians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
Okay, that's 1 out of 4. Alright, let's go Folklore. Is this one or fucking this one? I hate you, Paimon. It's gotta be one of these, right? The original Archon Sin, yep.
Perhaps what is about to
That
take
makes
place
fucking sense.
has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervalet mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine
This was
by
never really a
Celestia,
god.
as recorded on the stone slates.
Look at that, that's a good picture. Tom, fuck it.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontanians can be dissolved in primordial seawater, and the
He
first
just
stone
targeted
slate
women.
tells us that long ago,
For
the
say.
Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans. This might be the reason that Fontanians can dissolve.
Cool, and this one is gonna be Child. That makes sense, right? No, fuck off. The Navia.
It's not as simple
What
as
the fuck is
falling
one a
into the
cup?
sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to judgment.
Oh, that
The
makes
stone slates
sense.
show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
The verdict? Guilty.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an Oceanid.
Yes, but just one?
The Hydro Archon
100
was
arc,
sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone.
Fontanians make one Ocean.
Perhaps this means that her sin was actually Fontaine's original sin.
Which meaning Archon still being in court a long time ago.
Into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness, and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay.
I love Dream Court. My favorite type of court.
The primordial sea at the fortress of Meropide was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what.
It was my first thought in my head is Nervalet going like, yes, how lewd. What are we doing here?
The prophecy's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truths should come to light.
Give us the light! We have unlocked the prophecy. The prophecy will come through. Was fucking Magician N talking about like what happened to whatever land the traveler's from? I forgot what the fucking sinning land is called.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! So that's how you can make sense of it!
Yep.
But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Revelation. Oh god, you reminded me of that one boss Paimon.
Let's hear them.
So.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
Suck it.
All Fontanians were originally created
Fucking
by the
weird
late
Oceanids.
Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis.
So you all weird water creatures. Disgusting.
That can be found in how only Fontanians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids.
Well, you mean single Oceanid.
Oh, and according to Navia,
Was they multiple?
when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial, all of them in the shape of Oceanids.
There was a lot more people there than I remember. Indeed. Thanks.
And it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably anchored Celestia by creating humans without prior permission.
Of course.
That could also
I fucking guessed it.
Oratries judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
All the gods like, if she ever in crime, just make her guilty. No matter what, she could steal a cookie. Guilty. Death penalty.
Was creating us?
Yes. You're the reason why all Fontanians have a sin.
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
Means primordial water wouldn't affect him because he wasn't... Because the dragons wasn't from Fontaine.
Yeah. Isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea?
Yes, they get judged.
So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate?
Oh, it could... Like, if you remove the waters, could be what's happening directly now, Paimon.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Yeah.
Did Paimon get all that right?
For once,
You've
yes.
made some keen deductions.
Yes, you have.
I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth.
That's our job, Neverlet. We go into a city, a kingdom, we fix it by throwing the problems at the wall.
You were able to decode all the information on the slates. They've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source.
Oh?
When we were at the ruins,
yeah, I've got
I
you.
tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion.
Now that we have the full set?
Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make
My
another attempt to
slate
decipher
collection,
the narrative
yes.
recorded within. If everything goes well,
People collect
we shall
flowers, they
finally
collect
be informed
slate.
of the unadulterated truth.
The unadulterated truth, how lord. Touch that slate. Touch it. Touch it like you touch. Never mind.
Well? Did you get it?
I'm lost,
I believe I
Paimon.
should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you.
Oh good, we get in the brief version, so if it takes 10 hours, that's the short version.
Your
Would have taken
hypotheses
20.
regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct.
Hooray!
In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land.
He really liked to walk one day.
The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro
fuck
Archon
is your
the
power with
desire
this?
to become of a similar kind.
So fucking flashback
However,
power, go.
Even though water as an element is
Probably have a
intricately linked
flashbang
with the
power.
power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life.
Oh! That makes total
Not
sense.
one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea.
Ah.
She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating
Oceanids
humanoid
have
mimics
blood?
in the process.
What the fuck?
But
Why
if
do they have blood?
Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids.
Do Oceanids live forever? Who knows?
Of course, The Hydro
There's no raining in court.
Permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race.
Yes, we get it. You have power.
And thus,
stop making it rain. He would be great in a strip club. He'll just make it rain.
Sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine
Spot the odd ones out.
Being.
My favorite game.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
I'm glad you noticed.
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing.
I'm gonna go home and cry myself to death.
If that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
And that's a terrible sin and we should all be dead. Who said that?
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontainian.
No, fuck it. Throw the truth at them. Like bricks to the face.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct.
Oh.
A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids.
Okay, so this was it correct?
Which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well
and
as
I think I was correct.
Justice.
It's her being judged.
A literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice.
So,
you may also recall Nadia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate.
Yes, we would there.
The meaning
they
of the
were.
third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice.
No.
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
Suck it, we all gonna die.
I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy,
we did exactly that.
In truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
When do we die? When's the date? I don't know, Paimon.
No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled.
Oh, fuck, sorry. They mean click.
The scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
It's just me, or does Chlorine look like this would be in Inazuma, not Fontaine for a look?
I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions.
Oh, good. Point more
About
up.
the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes?
Yes, I did. What is the wrong?
I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come.
Oh, good. We are fucked.
As for the root cause of the catastrophe,
but we can swim.
I believe you've already encountered it once before.
Could be. Because didn't he do something similar with, like, his homeland? Of, Conria?
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
Okay. Cool. It's definitely her. I'm shut the fuck up, I'm brute forcing. I will slap you. It does the shit.
It was both dream and reality.
Okay. Instantly.
We're talking about a true culprit that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
Yes.
The truth.
There we go.
The original sin. The trial. And the root cause of the disaster.
So if we destroy that, everyone's happy, right? The dead stay dead and we don't get any more dead? Things are more purple. Oh, here kids comes. Well, get me a chair, we dying tonight. It's a whale, brother! There you been, fuck! Oh, finally we've seen each other at last. Yes, that seemed to do a lot of it. He's very horny today. Nevertheless, it's like, it's a fucking whale. God. Oh, hello. Save the day, child, have you? They didn't expect us to be here in the fucking making of the prophecy, right? God, child and Neverlet fighting side by side. Never thought I would see it. Roar! Oh, good. Quick, Paimon, let's jump in. How are you floating? When the fuck did you become a omnipotent god? Yes, thumbs down indeed. Well, Charles is dead. Well, that's the last we saw of him. I'm hoping we go down too and fight that creature.
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
That's right, Paimon. It's my
So
nightmare.
we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while.
Oh good, it's depressed. It's in its emo
It has
phase.
been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels.
Ah, good to
Once it
know.
has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the
We'll
sea,
explode and kill us
its
all.
next step will be...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Yes, she did.
Precisely. That whale
Oceanids
finds the
don't have
blood of
blood.
Fontanians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontanians.
Well, what are we standing here for?
Just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That's where we're gonna have a flood.
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner. From
Yay!
the way he looked,
Thanks,
he
Chuck.
must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
This entire time we broke our prison? Yeah.
Battle maniac. We've
3 months?
connection with that whale, but
2 months?
definitely didn't expect it to
Oh,
help
3
us out
months.
like this.
Oh, bloke.
Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
To kill it, yes.
It is too late.
What do you
It
mean?
had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself.
Oh, good. That's
Even
good
if
to
the
hear.
entirety of
I
Teyvat
love
would
this
be
giant
destroyed,
rip.
It could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
Oh, then kill it.
That's not something I will accept.
Oh god, she's pulling out her mum voice.
We've already
Can
done
free
everything
dad
we
voice be
can,
her mum
and
voice?
we even found the true culprit.
Kill it.
So far, you can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
It's what I'm telling you.
Indeed. That's not how a grand performance should end.
Let's fight it then, fuck. Come on.
No matter what.
Let me fight it.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled.
You can't be like giant boss and then fuck it off. With text. Multiple
The
dots.
prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled.
Okay. More shit we heard multiple times? I guess if people stop
Justice
this reminders.
prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods. Could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
Us, the thing from the stars.
Fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
Yep, heard the witch voice again. Which voice we hear? No, the witch voice. Anyway, can we fucking beat up yet? He's figuring it out. You fucking 10 steps behind us.
Well,
what's happening with the oratories?
This is a thing.
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Oh, Furina, run.
Furina!
Ah, yes, I have heard that voice so many times yell out names.
No, I still need answers.
You could have jumped down that whole time. Well, aside being flashbanged, right. So this is now happening. Okay. Back to another 10-hour loading screen. Oh boy. That's one way to ruin the flow and mood. That happened. Now look at complete darkness. Ah, yes. The game which is just one big cock block. It truly is, because every time this fucking story ends, it's like, oh, wait a year. We're making a new shit. What? Like after the court takes 1 hour?
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
Okay, I'll stop after the court then.
Who are you?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving.
Well, 50% in. So what are you saying? This would take like another 2 hours? Or 4?
Deceiving the heavenly principles.
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve.
Okay, 45 minutes to an hour.
Flooded.
It's just a
One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe. Now does it?
So is this the actual fucking Hydro Archon, or is the Furina you played the actual one?
And as one of the 7, she
Was
also
it both?
knew full
No.
well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes,
Because they both look the
as you had no
same.
doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor.
Holy shit, the actual one is normal. I see why apparently the other Archons praise her.
Although, looking back now,
Just holy shit.
it was hardly
Sorry,
the
I was in
inheritance
silence a
one
lot.
dreams of, between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
Oh wait, you were an Oceanid
So
too?
you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Ah, well, we have seen that happen multiple times, so that makes
Yes,
sense.
I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now.
This is
In
fucking
my
cool.
eyes, to be human
It's a
is to be
giant
part
fucking
of the
sword.
greatest opera ever known.
Of course, both of Furina's talk about
After
opera.
becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being.
Oh, so this is child Furina. That makes
He
sense.
you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Furina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished.
She only shows joy and sorrow.
Her strength
It's the only thing she shows. And cockiness,
could possess,
and annoyance.
as were her shortcomings. But in
What
my
the fuck did I
eyes,
hear?
Furina's humanity was what made her perfect.
Who the fuck made that noise
She
outside?
was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be.
You went from an Ursinid to a god. Must suck to be you. Didn't get the in-between.
Anyway, so then I cursed her.
Anyway, so I fucked up her life.
All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles.
And then you guys came
Do you
in.
still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Furina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy.
So her plan just to kidnap all the fucking Fontanians before like they get dissolved.
Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness.
Okay.
Instead,
I'm fine with that.
she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
This is kind of a weird fucking turn of events.
Even though she has had a long
I
life,
like it, but it's still
her
weird.
mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure.
It has
Oh fuck,
indeed.
I didn't think that would end.
And
We
although
keep going.
she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it.
Yeah, you made her suffer.
It's been 500 years,
Hey, that when I fell down.
and all along,
Did I
she's
kill the
been
fucking
playing her
Archon, the
part
original
in
one?
the most
Did I cross her when I fell?
long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Am I free now? Or is this still like... Damn. Oh, still cutscene. Hello! Hmm? Yes, you have hands. You got hands, bud. Congratulations, you just realized. Yep, still hand. No wonder the fucking statue don't look like you. Why is there just a spotlight on her? Ah, good. Can I? Ah, fuck's sakes. Well, I don't think so. Where? How the fuck do I get on the stage? Is this all just one big section? If you leave it, still start from here. You sure about that? I can't even go up. Like, do you know if it starts, or does it, like, would I have to go through that part beforehand? Or the dialogue? Not 100% sure, but you can always try it. Is there, like, does the story continue from here? Like, is it just one big part? Oh, I can actually climb this part. No, I cannot. When the fuck did these get made? Yes. So, like, how much more of the court? One big part. Okay. I'll end it here then. And just try and roll the dice next week. Because I need a rest. See ya.